Philadelphia Eagles have had an unsung hero this year, Charlie Smith, number 85. The other wide receiver opposite Harold Carmichael. Smith's done such a good job, he's taken a lot of heat off Carmichael. As for the New Orleans Saints, they haven't won a game. They haven't scored a lot of points, but they scored points last week against the Los Angeles Rams. Archie Manning out to Rodgers. We may see a lot of those swing passes today as the Saints try to get in the win column. From the Louisiana Superdome, it's the NFL on CBS. Today, the Philadelphia Eagles versus the New Orleans Saints. Good afternoon, everybody. Curt, Gowdy with Hank Stram. And, of course, you saw the records of the teams. Today we feature the best record in the NFL against the club with the worst record. And I think the story on New Orleans right now, Hank, are they going to win a game this year?
Howard, specifically, yes. I'll be very surprised if they don't win a game. They have too much ability not to win a game somewhere along the line. When they're going to do that, you never know. It could happen here this afternoon, but they have too much skill not to win a football game in 1980.
And what about the Eagles? 8 wins and just 1 loss.
A lot of speculation as to who is the best team in the National Football League after 9 games. It's obvious to me that the Philadelphia Eagles have to be regarded as the #1 team because they're 8-1. They have the best record. And I talked to Harold Carmichael about being #1, and this is what he had to say.
Well, I think right now we have some injury problems with Wilbert Montgomery out, and a lot of other guys is nagging with some injuries. And I just think we'll be a super team, even better team now if we had this guy with us. But we got some guys filling in with Louis Giamona and Billy Canfield, Perry Harrington. These guys are doing a fine job for us, and I think right now, you know, as the record shows, that we are the best team. And I think, by saying what I just said earlier, that we could even be better if we had these guys now. But we're going to work hard and see if we can keep it that way.
All right, we'll see if the Eagles can keep it that way, that winning edge, and we'll see if New Orleans can spring one of the big upsets of the season. Right now, they're ready for the opening kickoff, and let's get down on the field. The New Orleans Saints will be in the black, the dark jerseys. The Philadelphia Eagles, the visitors, are in white. And here are the standings in the Eastern Division of the National Conference. The Eagles on top, just ahead of the Cowboys, who were tied 35-all with the Giants. And that's a score that all the Eagle fans and the players and the bench down here will be keeping their eyes on. The Eagles are going to kick off. Tony Franklin. The Saints won the toss. And Jimmy Rogers is going back. Number 41 is their deep man. Despite the non-productive record this year, that's Rogers. They're still drawing well here, 45, 50,000 a game. You have to hand it to these New Orleans fans. All right, here's Franklin. This one is underway. He booms it right down to Rogers on the 1. Out to the 10, comes to the 15, to the 20, and is hit down on the 23-yard line. I don't believe you'll see, Hank, a club in the league after we take a look at this offensive line. For the Saints, a rookie in there, that's Stan Brock.
The best offensive lineman, John Hill, the hub of the offense, great center. The receiving core, Chandler, is the big play guy. He makes sparks fly and does a lot of good things. Archie Manning is a dominant quarterback and is the key to their offensive scheme.
And 2 young running backs behind him as they've shaken that backfield up. Saints ball, they're 23, first down. Archie Manning's completed 61% of his passes this year. He's going to throw on first down to Chandler. Chandler trying to move it, and he goes down to the 25-yard line where Jerry Robinson's right on top of him. Second down 8. Now the Eagles play 3 men up front.
Yeah, Charlie Johnson and Harrison are playing super, and of course Harrison is doing a good job too, but they do an excellent job with that front 3.
Good linebackers, Henry.
All 4 of them are excellent. Bill Berge is a key. He does is a dominant player and does an excellent job defensively. Bunning is steady and consistent. Their defensive back, Herman Edwards, is really the best defensive back, and Roy Nell Young is doing an excellent job as a young rookie.
That's right. He was their #1 draft pick. On 2nd and 8, Manning's toss to Rogers at the 30, over the 35, first down, 41-yard line. Jimmy Rogers out of Oklahoma, tackled by Brenard Wilson, the free safety. Oh, looks like the Saints are going to come out throwing today.
One thing, here's a pocket pass with Archie Manning, a delay pattern to Jimmy Rogers, the left halfback. Good pressure inside by Hairston, but Rogers does a good job of running an option play off the linebacker, specifically off of Jerry Robinson, the right linebacker, and it's a big play for the New Orleans Saints.
All right, we have first down. Saints ball, their own 41.
The best thing the Saints do is throw the football. They're going to throw it all afternoon until they stop it.
That's Wayne Wilson. Wilson shaking loose. He's across midfield. He's into Eagle territory at the Eagle 46. So the Saints open up and are looking good. John Bunning and Randy Logan in the secondary.
Here's another high percentage pass. Just throws it to the outside to Wayne Wilson. He makes a good move to the inside. The offensive tackle did a good job of blocking on the play, Robert Woods. And another big play for the New Orleans Saints, but they're going to throw. High possession stuff, I'm sure. Run on occasions, but their scheme is to throw the football against the Philadelphia Eagles.
3 out of 3 for Archie Manning. First down, Saints on the Eagles 46. There's the draw to Rogers. Rogers is over the 45 to the 41-yard line of the Eagles. Frank LeMaster made the initial contact with him. That's the inside linebacker, 55. And then 65, the nose guard, Charlie Johnson, aided him. There's the final in. The Bears have downed the Redskins 35-21. And it appears that Central Division in the National Conference, somebody could win that with 6 or 7 losses the way they're going.
Well, John McKay said nobody wants to win it. And it seems like that's true.
Second down, 6. Saints ball, Eagles 42. Manning fakes the draw. Here's a screen. Screen is set up to Wilson. 40. Wilson may have the first down. Wayne Wilson, a shepherd out of West Virginia. Brought down by Randy Logan, the safety. Perfectly set up screen play.
You know, the personality of the Philadelphia Eagles is not to blitz very much. They just line up in a 3-man line. That time they did blitz, but occasionally they do that. But they call the right play against the right defense. You like to run a screen pass when they do blitz. And it's another big play for the New Orleans Saints.
Wilson's pass reception record this year. Now they're going to measure. Put it down, boys. They've got it. First down, New Orleans. So the Saints have driven from their own 23-yard line, and they're now on the Eagles' 36.
It's very obvious, Curt, that we're going to see a pass, screen, draw, trap. Kind of an offensive scheme here against the Philadelphia Eagles, and so far in the game, it's been very effective.
Right, Manning brings him down. Rogers and Wilson are set up behind him. Chandler is spread to the left. Ike Harris to the right. Now Manning looks right over the middle. It's tipped away. It was intended for Chandler. Cutting into the middle. The ball tipped away, and that's now 4 out of 5 for Manning. It'll be second down 10. New Orleans ball on the Eagle 36. I want to remind you, telecast presented by authority of the National Football League. It's intended for the private use of our audience, and any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the Saints and the National Football League is prohibited.
Roynell Young, the defensive left cornerback, is playing very loose, very soft. For that reason, you ought to be able to throw in front of him because the defense is rotated to the other side, and there's a lot of room on the right side. There's about 12 yards on the right side.
On second down 10, the pass out, and it's complete in front of Roynell Young. Wes Chandler hooked back in front of Young, who gave way to him, afraid that Chandler would run by him.
Here it is again. You see the same thing. They had it the last time. This time they got all the time in the world to throw the ball, throw it outside in front of Roynell Young. A good catch, a good play by the defensive back, but he's playing very soft, responded to what he saw when the ball was thrown. It was too late, and New Orleans has a first down.
Humphrey went out. He was in there for a play. Dennis Harrison's back in his defensive left end. Chandler's caught 2 passes so far, 36 on the year. And this is a drive with only 1 running play. The rest of them are throwing. First down. The fake to Jimmy Robinson.
Wide open.
And it is a touchdown. Williams, a tight end, catches the ball. Brooks Williams fighting Randy Logan for the lob pass, and he caught it for the score. A 77-yard drive by the Saints.
Yes, there was a play-action pass. They were in a slot left formation, a good fake, and Brooks Williams popped wide open behind the safety man. There you see him. Randy Logan got behind him. Touchdown, a beautiful catch by Brooks Williams.
And what a fake by Manning to set that up.
Yes, it was a good fake. Here again, they had both outside receivers, Harris and Chandler on the left. They had a one-on-one situation on Logan on the right side, which is what they wanted. And they get a touchdown. They go ahead 7-0.
And the point is good. So, that drive, the Eagles have not had the ball yet. gives the Saints a 7-0 lead. That's the story of the drive. 8 plays. Manning, by the way, completed 6 out of 7 passes on the drive. Took him 4-16. Dick Vermeil may be a little shaken up now. Kicking off will be Benny Ricardo. And deep is Luther Blue. Ball is coming to Shira. But Billy Camfield's got it. Camfield with the ball. Flags go down. Flags are dropped. This is the Eagle offensive line.
Their offensive line is playing very well. Sizemore is an excellent offensive tackle, as is Walters. Tight end situation, receivers, a good tight end with Prefley, and of course Carmichael is the dominating player in at that position. Running back and quarterback Jaworski makes the sparks fly. He's an excellent quarterback, really coming in his zone this year, and he's one of the reasons they've enjoyed such front-page success so far this season.
We've got a penalty coming up against the Eagles on the kickoff return. Let's listen.
Personal foul, clipping, number 52, receivers during the return. First down.
That's on Ray Phillips for clipping. He's out of Nebraska. The Eagles have just been scored on, and now they start in a hole from their own 13-yard line. Here's the final. Pittsburgh hung on to defeat Tampa Bay 24-21. Giamona and Harris are the running backs. Now they're in that eye with Giamona the tailback. And Jaworski fires right over the middle. He hits Harold Carmichael, who just caught passes now in 122 straight games. Didn't take him long to keep the streak going, Hank.
No, that's right. This is a play-action fake to the left, and he throws to Carmichael right down the seam against his own defense. Wide open on the play. Finally tackled from the inside by Tommy Myers, but it's a big play. Gets him out of the soup, so to speak, Curt, and it's a big play for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, went 30 yards, and Carmichael now has 33 catches.
I think we're going to see a lot of throwing on the part of the Eagles as well as New Orleans, and then I think the Eagles will go back to the run as they go along, but they feel they can throw the football against the New Orleans Saints.
First down, Jaworski pump fakes it. Dropped by Leroy Harris. He was there. He was thinking about turning upfield, how many yards he was going to make after the catch before he caught the ball. There's the Saints. Grooms, Bennett, Moore, and Hart. They play a 4-man line.
Yes, and their linebacker core, Kenny Bordelon, is, I think, at this stage of the season, playing as well as anybody from the linebacker group. Played his collegiate football at LSU. The defensive backs are suspect. Clarence Champlin is an excellent defensive cornerback, and they like him very much.
Second down, 10. Eagles ball, their own 43. The Saints are ahead early in the first period, 7-0. Got a split backfield now. Jaworski looks it over. Out it goes, and it is a completion at the Saints 42. Charlie Smith took it away from Dave Waymer, the right cornerback. That'll be a first down. A 5-yard run by Curtis Dickey of Baltimore. 3:17 left in the third quarter. 21-13 Cleveland.
You know, the important thing there again on the part of both teams, either team really has put a lot of pressure, any real pressure on the quarterback, and for that reason they're able to throw the ball extremely well. There was a illustration of Jaworski getting plenty of time in the pocket and throwing the ball well on the outside for another first down.
Slot right on first down. Their first running play, they run the little guy, Louis Giamona, the People's Church. Joe Fetterspiel, the middle linebacker, hitting. Wilbert Montgomery's missed 2 games. Probably will not play today. He's had everything happen to him, a knee, hamstring pull, and they say he's too great and too young to take a chance on re-injury.
Yeah, that's a good philosophy, and they're winning, and they're doing a good job, and so they hopefully can continue to win without him. And then down the stretch, hopefully we'll get him back, and he'll be able to contribute like he always has. One thing against the Saints, you've got to run behind Joe Fetterspiel, get him going one way and run behind him because he's very active.
Second down, 5. Give it off to Leroy Harris, and he's hit right away by Derlin Moore, number 74. The play is a loser. Back to the Saints 39, and that'll make an obvious passing situation. 3rd and 7 coming now for the Eagles on the 39-yard line of the Saints.
Derlin Moore was a cop on the play, a policeman, had to stay at home and watch for the draw and the screen. He exercised good discipline on the play, reacted well to the draw play, and made the tackle.
They get Billy Campfield in now to receive a pass, maybe coming out of the backfield. The Eagles have been successful 43% of the time on third down conversion attempts. Third down 7. A fumble on the exchange. A mess up on the exchange. Jaworski fell on top of it, taking the exchange from Guy Morris at center. And that leaves them a 4th down on the 40-yard line of the Saints and 8 to go. And Jaworski was mad at himself as he came off field.
It's hard to believe that a team that's 8-1 is supposed to be the best team in the National Football League would have a bad exchange at this stage of the season, but it's typical of what can happen. Anything can happen, and they're the ones that can really create the problems, especially when they're self-inflicted.
Max Runiger will punt. He had one block last week for the first time. Wes Chandler is the safety man. He's on the 10.
He should try to kick this to the left, Curt. Let's see if he does. He'll try to get it out of bounds on the left side. No, he's going the other way.
He's going to kick on the right, and it's up. It is headed toward the end zone, and it is a touchback. It'll be first down for the New Orleans Saints on their own 20. And when they take over again, the score is 7-0 in favor of New Orleans. 6:53 to go first period.
If any.
First down, New Orleans on their own 20.
They started the game throwing the football. They threw a quick screen to the left side. And they're going to throw the ball a lot, I'm sure, as we go along the game. See if they open this series with another pass.
They give it to Rogers on the pitch and sweep. Rogers cutting it, running hard. The youngster who took the place of Chuck Muncie when he was benched here. Dissatisfaction by the head coach Nolan over Muncie. Rogers has stepped in, has been the top runner for the Saints.
And Wayne Wilson that time, number 30, really made a nice block. Watch him out in front. There's the block on number 41, Randy Logan, which provided the young halfback from Oklahoma, Jimmy Rogers, to pop through there and make a big gain on the play. Second and short yardage.
He's a high stepper. Giants just took the lead, 38-35 over Dallas.
This is a good waist down. Second and short. Might be a play action pass. Nope.
Right ahead goes Wayne Wilson. He has the first down. He'll be to the Saints 31, 32-yard line. Ran into Dennis Harrison, the left end. Bill Berge, the middle linebacker. 1:07 left. Joe Danello has just kicked a 27-yard field goal, and the Giants lead Dallas 38-35.
One thing as we watch this game here this afternoon, Curt, Archie Manning has a bad right knee. It's not as well as it should be, so I don't think we'll see him scrambling very much here this afternoon.
On first down, he throws a quick pass to Wayne Wilson. Fullback came out of the backfield. Caught it on the 35, fell forward to the 37, brought down by Bill Berge. But they gained 5 on the play. Second down 5. Buffalo over the Jets, 7-0 in the first period. And a welcome to station WXVT television at Greenville, Mississippi. Welcome to the CBS family.
You know, the Eagles, the defensive backs play pretty loose. The linebackers get good depth. So it's important for a team to throw between those linebackers and defensive backs and be very patient.
Manning, out he goes. He has Ike Harris for a first down and more. Ike Harris inside the 40. The safety had to take him. What a day this man's having so far. Archie Manning, he is deadly so far against the Eagles.
There's a great illustration. A good block by Emmanuel Sanders on the man on the nose, but there's the pass between the linebackers and the defensive backs. If you have time enough to throw the ball and exercise good patience, you can do that against the Philadelphia Eagles.
First down, Saints, they lead 7-0 on an opening 73-yard drive that was precision. 4:24 to go in the first quarter.
Look at the room on the outside of the corners. Draw play.
Give it to Rogers, scampers to the 35 and goes to the 34. The play was meant the other way. He saw daylight throw back to his left, cut back, and he's brought down after a 4-yard gain by Bill Berge, Jerry Robinson, and Frank LeMaster. Second down and 6. New Orleans on the Eagle 34.
One thing is very important when you play against the Eagles. You must block Bill Berge on all runs because he responds so well to what he sees on running plays.
The Eagles are the #1 defensive club overall in the National Football League.
Look at the corners, how soft they are. Look at the corners.
Manning is hit, lets it go. What a catch at the 32. Wayne Wilson caught the ball. That's the most difficult catch for a receiver, is bending over for the low pass. So you're vulnerable for a real hit from behind on that one.
But if you're going to throw the ball low or high, it's much better to throw it low because he's got more of an opportunity to make the catch. Plus, he's better protected when he's low than he is high, Curt.
3rd and 4 now. Ball on the 32-yard line of the Eagles.
That time they had a blitz with Jerry Robinson coming, but he didn't get there quite in time.
3rd down 4. Manning after the fake, the pass, no good, incomplete. Intended for Wilson, the fullback, and breaking that up is Herm Edwards, the right cornerback, 4th-year player out of San Diego State.
That's something that Archie Manning does very well. That was a rollout pass from play action. Puts an awful lot on the pressure on the defense. He rolled. He's that much closer to the receiver. Plus the fact that there's always a threat of the run in the event that defensive backs fall off. Good-looking play there defensively by Herman Edwards.
49-yard field goal attempt by Benny Ricardo, who was 8 out of 10 inside the 50. 49-yarder. And this kick is up, and it is going to be short. Yesterday was the 10th anniversary of Tom Dempsey's record 63-yard field goal, the last play of the game against the Lions back in 1970. Well, timeout, the score 7-0 New Orleans. The Giants stopped an 8-game losing streak in dramatic fashion. Joe Dinello's field goal won it for him 38-35. This game is looming even bigger now for the Eagles. That gives Dallas 7 wins and 3 losses. Philadelphia's 8-1. Harris and Giamona behind Ron Jaworski. Jaworski on the pitch to Giamona. He is smacked down on the 35-yard line of the Eagles by Ken Bordelon, the left linebacker of the Saints.
And Joe Fetterspiel from the middle linebacker position, he plays that kind of a play very well because there's nothing to hold him inside. He got a good jump on the ball, took a good pursuit angle, and made the tackle on the outside on the carry that time, Giamona.
2nd down 7. Jaworski has passed the 10,000-yard mark in passing. Norm Snead holds the all-time Eagle record. Jaworski's about 5,000 and some yards short of Snead's record. But he may get it before he's through. He's just starting to mature. Play action pass. Out he goes with it. Deflected away by number 27, Ray Brown. Pass intended for the tight end, Keith Crefley.
That time Ray Brown did a good job of responding to the forward pass. Normally he is not a good cover guy, but that time, even though it was a play action pass, he didn't take the bait of the fake at all. Played the receiver extremely well, got a piece of the ball, and it falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, they put Billy Camfield in there to team up with Giamona, take Leroy Harris out, and Washington comes in as a linebacker. Marshall, Schwartz, Ray. They've got 7 defensive backs in there right now, and only 1 linebacker. Carmichael, Smith, slot left. 3rd and 7. Eagles from their 35. Jaworski has time, and he has his man wide open. That's Camfield out of the backfield. He's brought down on the 44-yard line of the Eagles for a big 1st down. Billy Camfield.
They got the matchup they wanted, a back on a linebacker on the outside. There you see it. It's really not a linebacker, it's a defensive back, Don Schwartz, playing man for man, but he was way behind. Giamona made a nice, or I shouldn't say Giamona, Camfield made a nice move on the outside. The ball was delivered right on the money.
Jaworski, according to Sid Gilman, is already a great quarterback and is going to get even better. The veteran Gilman is the quarterback coach. He says he can throw every kind of pass. There it is to Smith, and he hangs on to it. Smith's having his best year ever. There was talk, Hank, about trying to trade for another outside receiver to team up with Carmichael, but Smith eliminated that talk about trading.
Yes, and the reason that play was such a good play, it looked like Jaworski read the defense perfectly. The safety man, Ray Brown, was on the line of scrimmage, which meant that you had a big hole on the outside to the outside receiver. Charlie Smith, he put it right on the numbers. A great catch in traffic and another 1st down for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yes, and Hank, he's averaged 8.5 yards of reception this year on 24 catches. 1st down Eagles on the New Orleans 41. Last 33 seconds of the first period. 7-0 New Orleans. That's Leroy Harris over the 40 to the 38-yard line. Joe Fetterspiel nails him there. It's a gain of 3. It'll be second down 7.
You know, you're much more effective against Fetterspiel from the I formation, where the back has 7 yards to read the middle linebacker and cut behind him. The other thing that you have to do against the Saints, especially against Fetterspiel, is run some counter misdirection plays to get him going one way and then pop the other, because there's a lot of room to run with only one middle linebacker.
Okay, we've come to the end of the first quarter, and a big surprise so far. The New Orleans Saints, who haven't won a game this year, are on top of the team with the best record in the league. Quick scores for you. Cypress just hit Pruitt with a touchdown pass. 28-13 Cleveland over Baltimore, fourth period. Miami leads Los Angeles 7-0. Young David Woodley to Tony Nathan. In the first quarter, Kansas City 3, Seattle 0. Curt Gowdy and Hank Stram as we open the second period.
They got a good situation on the right side with Ray Brown. Now they bring him up on the line of scrimmage. They're going to double cover him.
A second down 7 play. Jaworski's pass, he was jarred, he was hit, trying to get it to Carmichael, and Lois Grooms hit him as he let it go, and that's why the pass went astray.
Yes, Grooms put good pressure on him, and Grooms is very quick, and in conjunction with that, he has excellent size and good speed. So he got off the ball in good shape, put pressure on Jaworski. He really wanted to hit the receiver on the outside, Carmichael, but he was covered well and had to throw the ball inside, and it falls incomplete.
Third down 8. Manning is 9 out of 11 in the game. Jaworski now is 4 out of 7. Giamona and Campfield are the setbacks. Third down 8. Line of scrimmage, New Orleans 38. Has a protection this time, and wide open inside the 20. Going to the 15 is Charlie Smith. That's the third catch of the game for Smith. He's doing a job here getting himself open, and he's made catches twice under heavy traffic.
Yeah, they were in a slot that time. Carmichael inside, Smith outside. Carmichael cleaned it out. Smith came underneath on the inside. The ball is thrown right into the big hole, right in the middle. There you see him making the catch, and he does a good job of making sure that he caught the ball first before he started the run. A very important coaching point.
And Hankey now has 3 catches for 67 yards, better than 20 yards a catch.
Well, they're worried about Carmichael, and justifiably so you have to go to the guy who's open, and he was open.
First down, Philadelphia on the Saints 12-yard line. Giamona tries to crack to the 10, playing in place of the injured Wilbert Montgomery. Bordelon and Fetterspiel on the tackle. Green Bay has now gone ahead of the 49ers, 20-13. Second down 8 coming. Eagles ball, St. 10. Here early in the second quarter, 7-0. New Orleans over the Eagles.
You know, that play that time, they ran a play to on the inside, and everybody responded to the middle area. Jaworski could fake that play and run to the right, and nobody would touch it.
Jaworski has a touchdown pass to Harold Carmichael.
Boy, what a throw.
Right there, had to be perfect to the big end Carmichael, who is an NBA player playing in the NFL.
It had to be precisely right. He whistled the ball. Clarence Chapman really had him covered well, but he threw the ball right perfectly, right on the numbers where it had to be thrown. Of course, Carmichael is so big and strong that it's hard for Clarence Chapman to get in there between the hands and try to knock the ball down. Beautiful play.
That's a 68-yard scoring drive by the Eagles. Barefooted Tony Franklin for the point that could tie it. And he booms it. Tie game in the Super. Tony Franklin will boot it. He usually kicks the ball deep. Jimmy Rogers standing in the end zone. Rogers now gathers it in on the 2-yard line. Out to the 10, 15, 20, over the 25, 30, 35. Great run by Jimmy Rogers, who thought he might have broken that one. Franklin tackled him, the man that kicked off.
Yes, I tell you, he's a good-looking back, Jimmy Rogers, that is. Number 41, played his collegiate football at Oklahoma. 25 years old, played in Canada. but he's got good speed. He's 5'10", 190, but he runs with a lot of determination and looks like he's heavier than that. The way he runs the football, he's got a good upper torso.
I was just thinking right now, a quick flash. I mentioned Pruitt today. I mentioned Joe Washington, Billy Sims, and Roger. The running backs out of Oklahoma are phenomenal in the National Football League. First down, Saints under 39. They're tied 7-all. Manning right back to work to Wayne Wilson. Wilson hit over the 40, goes to the 42. Wilson and Rogers have been making some of their own yards today. They've been running hard.
Yeah, they're a couple of good-looking backs. They're good try guys. They have good size, a great desire to play, and that's very, very important. They wear their heart on the sleeve, and that's what you like in any football player that plays on any football team.
On the 41-yard line, second down, 8. On the Saints own 41. He's got the time. Now he trapped. He goes down. He dropped. It's the first sack of the game. Claude Humphrey gets it, the veteran, 13-year veteran at Tennessee State. He's the best at rushing the passer on the club.
Yes, he really comes off the ball well and has good technique rushing the passer. That time he got good penetration with just a 3-man rush. They got 5 on 3, and in spite of that, Humphrey was able to make the tackle. Just got a piece of his foot, but knocked him down, and it was a big play for the defense. That's the first big play they've already had on defense for the Philadelphia Eagles. And the Eagles come into the game #1 in total defense, 2 against the rush, 2 against the pass.
5 secondary backs in for the Eagles. Third down, 14. Saints on their 35-yard line. Tinker Owens is in. Wayne Wilson is out. 3 wide receivers on the field for the Saints. The pass. Great throw. Ike Harris down the sideline. Ike Harris inside the 25 to the 22-yard line. John Shira finally tripped him up as Ike Harris nearly went for the score.
They had a 4-man rush that time with the ends coming inside, the tackles going outside, and there you see Harris making the catch in the outside on Roynell Young, 43. Harris does a good job of running down the sideline and turns an average play into a big one.
That went 44 yards, Henry.
Boy, that's a big play.
First down. Saints on the Eagle 22. This game is tied 7-all. A little over 11 minutes to play in the first half. Manning asked the crowd to quiet down.
Look at all the room on the left side.
This is Rogers. Cuts over the 20 to the 16. Randy Logan was there and took him in the secondary. The play went 6 yards from the 22 to the 16. It's 2nd and 4. That
was a trap play, a good call by Archie Manning because he's thrown the ball so much. He wanted to slow down the rush, and you'll do that with a trap, with a draw, and a screen pass. And even though you don't make an abundance of yards, it's a good play because it does serve the purpose of slowing down the rush.
On the 17, they've spotted it, but they started from the 22. Second down.
Roynell Young.
Wide open. Touchdown. Wes Chandler scores off Roynell Young. They're working on the rookie today.
Yeah, they have to as one-on-one. Chandler made a good inside move. The anticipation on the part of Archie Manning was excellent. He got the ball, plenty of time to throw the ball, threw it right on top. A beautiful catch by Wes Chandler. He made a leaping catch, but he licked Roynell Young, the young defensive back who is from New Orleans.
Chandler's 4th touchdown of the year. Manning's 100th career touchdown pass. Denny Ricardo for the point. Now something's wrong. Somebody in back. They want a new ball in the game. So the Saints come right back. Manning having a red-hot day. The Saints took that ball on their 31 and went 61 yards for the score. So we may have a wild one here in the Superdome. The Giants have upset Dallas, and the Saints right now lead the Eagles 14-7. All right, deep is Luther Blue, a reserve wide receiver. Along with him will be Shara and Billy Campfield. Here's the kick by Ricardo, not a deep one. And it is taken by Campfield on the 12. He's out to the 20, has a hole, shoots over the 30. Has a fine return to the Eagle 38-yard line. A flag is down on the field. A delayed flag, by the way, just thrown after the ball carrier was dumped.
It's evidently against the Eagles, the way the New Orleans Saints players are responding. Here's the call.
That's a clipping. Well, part of the return will be wiped out. That touchdown came. 10:20 to go in a half. A 61-yard drive. Two beautiful sustained drives put together now by the Saints. See if we can see this, Hank.
Yeah, here's a return.
There it was along the 21-25.
Yes, you don't get a good picture of it, but obviously that was the clip.
Personal foul, clipping, number 56, receivers during the return. First down.
That's called on Jerry Robinson, the former All-American at UCLA, the outside right linebacker. So the Eagles now are pinned back to their 9-yard line. That's the drive. And Manning having some passing game so far. Let me just quickly check him. He's hit 12 out of 14 already for 168 yards, or 2 touchdowns.
And they've talked about trading him, wanting to trade him, Curt.
Come on. First down, Jaworski throws. Long pass out there. Popped away. Harold Carmichael trying to go up on the old alley-oop play along the sideline. Clarence Chapman went up with him. I said an NBA player playing in the NFL. He didn't play in the NBA, of course, but he's quite a basketball player.
Yeah, look at this. Chapman really does a good job at the last minute. He's playing man for man, responded to Carmichael's head just in time, put his hand right up on top, knocked the ball down, but it was very close to being a reception as far as the Eagles are concerned.
Jim Kovash is in as a middle linebacker. He's going to the University of Pennsylvania Medical School in the offseason. He's replaced Fetterspiel.
One thing about the Eagles, they have to be careful that they don't get too impetuous and try to get stuff too easy and get themselves in trouble.
Second down 10. There's the first down pass. Simple pass out to Charlie Smith. He's having a field day. Smith caught that ball at the 20 and went forward. They'll spot him down on his 24-yard line. So that gets the Eagles out of a nasty jam inside their 10. Gives them some more breathing room. Oakland back to lead the Bengals now 7-3. And Charlie Smith already has 4 receptions for 71 yards. It used to be a 100-yard receiving game was good. Used to be sort of rare. Now they just have them by the bunches every Sunday. Into what they call the new football, the wide open passing that has become paramount in the league. Eagles from their 24, trailing 14-7. Pitch is to Canfield. He is smeared as he tried to turn up that sideline by Ray Brown, who threw the body block tackle on him.
Yeah, Ray Brown is a good, strong safety, extremely good against the run, very average against the pass, and if they can get him in a passing situation where he has to cover one of the receivers one-on-one, the Eagles will have a distinct advantage. And of course the other thing I'm sure they're going to try to do is throw more passes in the area of David Wimmer when they can get him one-on-one, although they're trying to protect him a lot by using double coverage, which means they have 2 receivers, 2 defensive backs on 1 receiver.
The Eagles have won 5 straight games, their longest streak since 1961. Philadelphia team record is 9 in a row, set in 1960.
They double Carmichael, so the tight end or the other receiver
out of the pocket to the 30. He has a first down, and down he goes on the 38. He went right down after he knew he had the first down. They can't afford to lose him, so the ball will be placed on the Eagle 38, first down.
He knew exactly where he had to go for the first down, slid in for the first down in good shape, and they maintained possession. But that's what the game's all about, a game of first downs, moving the chains, and that's exactly what they're doing here right now.
What a comeback by Atlanta to tie the Cardinals. They go into overtime.
Boy, they're a Cinderella team this year.
They really are. And Green Bay leads the 49ers 20-16 in the 4th quarter. A lot of time left in that game, 11 minutes. First down Eagles on their 38. New Orleans ahead, 14-7. Straight up the middle they come with Leroy Harris. He bulls over the 50 and has a first down at the Saints' 49-yard line. Leroy Harris, formerly of Miami, out of Arkansas State.
Now watch, this is a good illustration. Watch, they do a good job of blocking Kovac. Kovac has good speed laterally. He is not big and strong. Stuff right at him. He's very vulnerable. They stuck it at him that time, blocked him well, and they popped through there for a big play on the trap up the middle with Leroy Harris carrying the football.
All right, we're past the halfway mark of the 2nd period. 7:10 to go in the first half. 14-7 the Saints. Jaworski has his team down on the Saint 49-yard line. He'll throw right out to that sideline. It's complete on a great pivot. Charlie Smith, his 5th catch of the game, has a first down as they continue to work on the youngster. That time, no, on Clarence Chapman out there that time.
The reason they're working on him over there, they're using double coverage on Carmichael, which means they have 2 defensive backs on Carmichael and only 1 on Smith. And Jaworski is smart enough to read the coverage, get the ball to the open man, the right guy, and that's what he's doing at this particular stage of the game.
Let me correct that score. Atlanta and St. Louis, they're tied, but the game is not over. They're late in the 4th period. 6 minutes to go there. 6:19 to play here.
Now we'll see if they double Carmichael on the other side. If they do, then of course Smith should be open on the other side on Waymer.
Eagles on the St. 33 with a first down. That's Leroy Harris smacking off the left side of his line where Jim Kovash made the stop. They'll spot the ball at the 29-yard line of the Saints. A gain of 4, 2nd and 6. Mike Hogan is quite a story. Released, traded to the 49ers, got into some kind of assumed drug problems, which he was declared innocent of. Went to the 49ers, and Vermeil said, if you're ever out of a job, I'll take you back again. He's out of a job, released, and he's come back, and he may beat out Harris before the season's over. Grab his old fullback spot back.
Got a lot of room on the right side from a run standpoint or a pass standpoint if they throw it.
Jaworski fires in the catch. Pops away. Did it pop back into his hands? Presley.
Yes, it did.
Had the ball, and it popped right back into his hands. The Saint had a chance at the bouncing ball, but couldn't get it.
Ray Brown had a chance to make the interception as it popped out of his hands. He didn't quite get it done, however. Watch it pop up. But he was down. He was down before the ball popped up. I didn't realize he was so... Yeah, he was down, and the official called it exactly right.
Eagles ball on the Saint 14-yard line. First down. Saints ahead, 14-7. Carmichael and Smith are in a slot left. Manning's been hot, and so is Jaworski. A passing show by the 2 veterans. The handoff is to Krefley on a tight end reverse. You saw the neat inside pivot that time at handoff. Kovash and Mathis, though, were not fooled, Hank, on the play.
No chance to make that play go. When you run it to the slot side, there's an extra linebacker that's not faded on the play. Watch it. They try to run that play to the slot side. It's almost impossible because the linebacker is not being blocked. The inside linebacker comes in from the inside, makes the play. It's easier to run that play to the tight end side than it is to the slot side. Slots meaning you have 2 outside receivers on that particular side.
Jaworski's hit 9 out of 11. Manning's hit 12 out of 14. Only 4 incomplete passes in this first half. Second down. 9 to go. Jaworski. It is batted away. Batted away by Clarence Chapman, 24, intended for Charlie Smith. An incomplete pass. It'll be 3rd down and 9.
Had that ball been thrown just a little bit more out in front, they might have had a chance to make the catch. The ball was thrown just a little bit behind that time. The last time it was perfect. Derlin Moore, 74, is putting pressure, but the ball was thrown just a little bit behind, and Clarence Chapman did a good job of reaching in and deflecting the ball. Number 24.
And they're watching our rerun, is directed here by Bob Daly, and many of you fans may not have ever seen the Superdome, but they have a giant screen over the 50-yard line. The fans can sit here and see the same reruns you're watching. 3rd down, 9. Campfield and Harris are the setback. Slot right formation. And a mess up again on the exchange. Kovash is in there. Who's got the ball? Jaworski looked like he was on top of that. Twice they've had a mess up on the exchange.
Well, that time the Saints were faking or gonna blitz. Jaworski recognized that, and he tried to get back into the pocket as quickly as he possibly could, but he didn't take the ball with him. For that reason, he fumbled the exchange between he and the center, and now they're in a field goal situation.
This is the final. Minnesota wins big, 2nd week in a row. Lions are having a lot of internal problems, bickering over salaries. Players admitting they don't want to get hurt. Shire will hold. Frank will kick. And it is up a 32-yard attempt, and he booms it through. So our score now, with 3:10 remaining in the first half, the Orleans Saints 14 and the Philadelphia Eagles 10. Jimmy Rogers has been a slasher today, both returning kicks and from the line of scrimmage. Franklin's low drive doing. Comes to the 6 where it's taken there by Wayne Wilson. Wilson picks his way over the 20 to the 25 and to the 26-yard line. Jerry Robinson went downfield to cover the kickoff for the Eagles. That's the field goal scoring drive for the Eagles. Now the time is 3:02 in the first half when the Saints put the ball in play, and their story has been Archie Manning. He has picked apart the secondary of the Eagles, the #1 defensive club in the league.
And the Saints going into the game are 11 in total offense, 14 rushing, 5 passing. But the Eagles better do something. They've got to do something big defensively, or else they're going to be trouble if they continue to play this way defensively.
Manning to Chandler. Chandler trying to reverse direction. Fumbles the ball. Fumbles the ball. Who's got it?
Saints recovered.
Saints recover. When you just said they have to do something big on defense, they nearly did it.
Yes, they have to make something happen. They've got to get a turnover and some kind of a big play defensively to put out the fire. The New Orleans Saints are doing a super job offensively and controlling the line of scrimmage. And the one thing that's tough to do against the Saints, the way they're throwing the football, is rush the passer, because Archie Manning is getting rid of the ball so quickly. He's taking a short drop and getting the ball to the outside people quickly and also to the backs. It's tough to get to him.
Humphrey, Ken Clark, and Hairston are now the front three for the Eagles. That pitch is out to Wayne Wilson. Wilson dodging around, got to the 29, and that's all, a 3-yard advance. Randy Logan was the last man to get to him. We're approaching a 2-minute warning. It'll be 3rd down and 7 for the Eagles, or for the Saints from their own 29. They're in the lead as we come to the 2-minute warning in the first half. But we'll have scores and highlights at halftime. Halftime is 2 minutes away, and playing time, the Saints are leading the Eagles 14-10. Saints scored first. The Eagles came back a tie. Saints went back up in front. The Eagles have just kicked the field goal.
Yes, and the Saints so far have played error-free football. They have not had any fumbles, no interceptions. They've only been sacked 1 time. Again, Eagles have to make something happen defensively, or else they're going to be in for a long afternoon.
3rd down. 8 to go. There they get to man. He gets away. They wrap him up very quickly. And the crowd thought, this is one argument over this sacking a quarterback now. What happens to the guy that can shake loose? That used to be exciting.
Well, that used to be a big play, and they've taken away. That's something that Archie Manning made a very exciting play. There you see 71 get through there in great shape that time. Ken Clark, and get to Archie Manning. It looked like it was a very quick whistle, but that's what the call was supposed to be.
4th and 15. Here's the punt. Gyra, the safety man, in the 37 to the 40. 45, 50. Bumped around and goes down on the Saints' 48-yard line. Over a 15-yard return. Larry Collins finally hit him. 1:33 left for the Eagles to work on. Timeout, and the score remains 14-10, New Orleans. Line going down to cover the kick is number 51 for the Eagles, Reggie Wilk. Now the Saints put the ball in play. We'll be back. The score 24-21, Philadelphia. David Woodley, the young quarterback of Miami, had just scored his 2nd running touchdown. He's throwing for 2. Miami leading 28-10 over the Rams. Don Shula told us, remember when we were there, he likes him. He likes his running ability. I
saw him in that game. He was very unimpressive. I saw him against the Jets. He was much better. Evidently, he's coming on strong and doing a good job, but he's got a lot of ability.
New Orleans on their 9-yard line. 1st down. That's Rogers. Rogers over the 10, pounds away. He has fought for every yard today, Hank.
Yeah, he's a very determined runner, and he's really doing a good job out here this afternoon, along with Wayne Wilson, the fullback, who is doing a good job of blocking and leading plays from the I formation for Jimmy Rogers.
They decided to make the change. They benched Muncie, then traded him. They benched Galbraith and went with the 2 youngsters. Wilson, a second-year player, and Rogers, a first-year player. They have a second down. A little over 5. Manning will throw. Manning is going to throw deep to Chandler. Chandler's out there. He's got it! What a catch by Wes Chandler! Phenomenal play by the Florida All-American.
He is really something special. That was really a fantastic catch. A long ball thrown downfield to by Archie Manning to Wes Chandler. There's a flag down on the play. It looks like it's against the Eagles. However, look at this. Look at this leaping, reaching catch.
Would you call that a fingertip catch?
Yeah, he caught the tip of the ball.
Right. The penalty against the Eagles is declined. The play goes for 50 yards. It's on the 37-yard line of the Eagles. First down. Check the yardage for me with Manning, will you, Bob?
The Eagles have to change. They've got to do something better defensively to confuse the quarterback. He's got the same picture all the time. And Archie Manning, if he knows what he's going to get.
And the NFL has now thrown for over 300 yards. 304 yards. And we're still in the third period.
You know, it's hard to throw as well as he's thrown in a pregame warm-up to complete that many passes.
Right.
But both passes have been just super here this afternoon.
Denver leading San Diego 13-6. Steinfort has just kicked a 42-yard field goal. Look at the figures on Manning. Quite a day for him. Mike Harris is out. Gordon Banks, a rookie, comes in. Mike Harris getting a hand. Second down, 10. The Saints on the Eagle 37. The Eagles ahead 24-21. Out it goes to Wayne Wilson. Wilson to the 35, and that's all. A 2-yard pickup. He was decked by Frank LeMaster and Charlie Johnson. It'll be third down and 8 for the Saints on the Eagle 35.
As I mentioned, Curt, the Eagles are using primarily the same kind of coverages on zone with zone situations, and Archie Manning is reading the coverage extremely well and getting the ball to the right guy. And an experienced quarterback like Archie, he's going to shoot your eyes out just like he's doing right now.
5 defensive backs in for the Eagles. Third and 8. Tinker Owens in motion. Manning. Let's see what a fumble. They call it a fumble.
Big play defensively. That's exactly what the Eagles had to do. They had to come up with something big defensively.
Harris with the rush on Humphrey. Watch Humphrey make this play now.
Watch Humphrey, 87. He deflects the ball. There you see it going to the inside, and there you see Harrison
has it.
78. Very alert, makes the interception.
First turnover in the game. Humphrey sets this one up. There's Archie Manning. May have injured his hand on that play, his passing hand. We're getting players limping off the field after nearly every play now. Watch his hand. See, it's caught under. Look at him. He's already holding his hand. See number 8 bent over, and now they're attending him on the Saint bench.
That happens a lot of time when a quarterback with his follow-through hits a helmet or hits a hand. That's probably what happened on the play. He probably hit Humphrey on the play.
And warming up is Scott. Bobby Scott, second-team player. First down, Eagles on their own 40. They have just forced the initial turnover of the game. Giamona and Mike Hogan are the setback.
Look at the room on the right side.
And a running play. That goes little Giamona. He goes for the first down over the 50-yard line to the Saint 49. Tommy Myers and Ray Brown, the 2 safety men. Bobby Scott warming up in case Manning cannot come back into the game.
I would think that the Eagles would try to run the ball a little bit more now. They've got them so concerned about the forward pass, and they ought to be able to run the ball very well. The Saints are 14th against the rush, 8 against the pass, but they've got to take some time and get some points to keep that ball away from the New Orleans Saints.
First down, Eagles on the Saint 49. Eagles ahead 24-21. 3 minutes to go in the third period. Jaworski to the sideline. Incomplete pass to Charlie Smith. He sort of gave way on him. Dave Waymeyer was there. Look at Archie trying to grip the ball. How is it, Arch? Not very good, huh? Second down 10. Eagles on the Saint 49-yard line.
It looks like it might be his index finger, the way he's holding the football. The right finger is off the ball a little bit, like he's afraid to put pressure on it.
What a day he's had. Look at those yards. 305. This is still the third quarter. 24 out of 35. 3 touchdowns.
And I would think the Eagles would be very concerned about getting some points on the board on this drive.
They have a second down 10, and they'll throw again. Incomplete. That was intended for Carmichael. Ball a little bit behind him. Marshall covering. 3rd and 10 now for the Eagles. They ran the one play, Hank, for 11 yards. Bang. Then they stopped and went right to the pass again.
Yeah, when they have run the ball, they've run it extremely well with great success, but they haven't run it very often. And here again, I'm surprised, since they have moved the ball well on the ground, why they don't continue to run on it, make them stop them first before they change the personality of their offense.
Jim Kovash comes in. Fetterspiel's out. Prefley is out. And 3 wide receivers are in for the Eagles on 3rd and 10.
They got a three-man rush. They're using the Oklahoma or 3-4 defense on the obvious passing situation.
On 3rd and 10. How to go. Broken out. Everybody going for the ball. Legitimate play. Rooney, Parker, the intended receiver, and the Saints dig in and hold. 4th down now. Max Runiger will come in to punt.
And Chandler is back there to kick, and you have to really be concerned about him. He's got great running ability, as everybody knows. The first time he touched the ball as a professional player, he ran a punt return back against the Philadelphia Eagles in Mexico City. And this is the first time he's been back there in a long, long time.
There's the kick by Runiger. A high boot. Fair catch had been called, but it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Orleans ball on their own 20-yard line. 1st down. 2:31 to go in the third quarter. Manning's coming back in. And the score is 24-21 Philadelphia. Tonight on CBS starts with 60 Minutes, followed by Archie Bunker's Place. The season premiere of One Day at a Time, then Alice, the Jeffersons, and part 2 of the season premiere of Dallas. All tonight on CBS right after this game.
Well, here the Eagles made a big thing happen defensively, but the offense didn't take advantage of the good field position, and now they're back in a sweating position again.
Last time the Saints had the ball, they went with a touchdown on a long drive, 77 yards. Jimmy Rogers banging into the middle of the line. The Eagles stopping cold that time. Frank LeMaster led the charge, the right inside linebacker. They'll spot it on the 22-yard line and make it 2nd down 8 coming. Archie Manning today going over 300 yards. That's his 4th 300-yard passing game with the 7th of his career.
As loose as the defensive backs are playing, Curt, I would think they tighten up a little bit so that Archie wouldn't have so much time to throw in front.
2nd down 8. Manning's tossed to Chandler. Oh, it's just incomplete, and a ricochet nearly. Bernard Wilson tipped that almost into the hands of Roynell Young, number 43.
That time there was double coverage on Chandler, and they tried to get the ball to Chandler. Bernard Wilson did a good job of coming over and making a play from his free safety position.
Manning didn't have much in that long throw, and he's coming out now. He may have said to himself, only fair to get me out of there. He didn't have much in that ball.
No, it's tough. He evidently couldn't grip it like he wanted to, and he's a kind of a player, he's strictly a team player, a great, great kid, and he probably felt, if I can't help the team, I better get out.
Humphrey's in to rush the passer, left end. Ken Clark's in there in the middle. Bobby Scott now the quarterback. Scott's pass, it's complete for 1st down to Wes Chandler. Flag is down. Flag is dropped on the play. Back of the line of scrimmage.
You know, they double cover the outside receivers again, Curt, and even in spite of that, they were still able to make the reception on the outside. That's really incredible.
That's holding against the Saints. Will wipe out the first down.
And Bobby Scott's a proven player, a cool performer, not as tall as Archie Manning and doesn't have the ability to scramble, but he's got a good arm and very intelligent in that he reads defenses terrifically well.
We're down to a minute 29 left in the third quarter. 24-21 Philadelphia. They led at the half 17-14.
Holding, number 67, offense. Repeat, third down.
That's on the #1 draft pick, the right tackle block.
He's done that very well this season. That's why they benched him earlier in the season. They took him out and put him back in, but they were concerned about the fact that he was holding so much. Here's Archie Manning with an ice pack on his hand.
So that puts the ball back in the Saints 12, makes it third down and 20. 5 secondary backs in for the Eagles. Ike Harris, Owens, and Chandler, 3 wide receivers for the Saints. Flag is down. The pass is no good. Flag was dropped when the ball was snapped.
The Eagle defense looked a little disorganized that time on the play. They didn't look like they knew where they were lined up, but the penalty is against the New Orleans Saints.
Backfield in motion.
They'll decline it. And they'll be in a punting situation, and the Eagles should come out of here with pretty good field position.
Ertzleben.
Illegal motion, number 67, offense.
That's
declined.
on Brock. Stan Brock, second penalty in a row.
2 in a row for him.
Ertzleben in the kick. This is his first punt of the game. A 1 punt, second punt. Gets this one away. John Shara, the safety man, got up to the 40, 35, still going. He's not a great speedster. He's a quarterback in college, but he is a clutch player for the Eagles. And Vermeil wanted him. He played for Vermeil, knew about him, what he could do under fire, and he's come through.
Well, you know, it's an overused term, I'm sure, but he's a winner. He knows how to win, and that's why he's on this football team.
NFL on CBS next Sunday. All right, Philadelphia has excellent field position on the 32-yard line in New Orleans.
I'd run it at him here and try to get it in there and take some time and get on the scoreboard.
Now they continue to throw. That's overthrown that time. Trying to get the ball to Charlie Smith.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing the ball well, you get in a position where you try to do things too easy instead of working hard and doing it with a tough, hard-nosed approach up front. They've got to take control of the line of scrimmage again, and they can't do it by throwing the ball all the time. When they have run the ball, Curt, it's very obvious they've run it extremely well, but it doesn't seem like at this stage of the game they're running it as much as they should.
Hank, the word from the bench is Manning is questionable now whether he'll play another down in this game with his injured hand. Has an ice bag on it. Second down 10 for Mr. Jaworski on the other side. On the Saint 32-yard line. He's going to pass it. He has the man open inside the 20, and that's Keith Krefley, the tight end, stumbling forward to the 15 for a first down. Myers and Brown, the 2 safety men, knock him down.
You know, that time you have to be impressed throughout the game with the fine job the receivers have done. Once they've made the reception, they make very sure that they get the ball first, tuck it away before they run. In many cases, a ball like that, a receiver tries to catch it on the move and doesn't maintain good concentration, drops the ball. Krefley did a great job that time.
Jaworski now is 15 out of 27, 249 yards. 2 tight ends, Krefley and Spagnola in there. First down. Here's the pitch to Giamona. Giamona trying to sweep, racked up at the 11-yard line by Louis Grooms and Joe Fetterspiel. He picked up 4. It'll be second down 6. Eagles on the Saint 11.
You know, as much as the middle linebacker is flying out of there, Curt, it looks like they ought to be able to run something up the middle of the trap, something quickly.
Gowdy and Hank Stram, 4th period in the Superdome, New Orleans. 24-21 the Eagles. The Eagles have a 2nd down and 6 to go. They led at halftime 17-14. They increased it 24-14. The Saints came back to make it 24-21. Hogan's in the fullback. Spagnola and Presley are 2 tight ends. That's Mike Hogan. He's to the 10, and that's it. He's tackled by Don Reese, the right end of the Saints. It is now 3rd down.
You know, if you're going to run up the middle, Curt, it's much better to run with 2 backs in the backfield than it is just with 1, because the defense has just 1 person to key on, and it's much more difficult for the offense to make anything happen with just 1 back in the backfield instead of 2.
Late tuners in. The Cowboys were upset by the Giants 38-35. If the Eagles hang on to this lead, they'll be 2 full games ahead of the Cowboys in the Eastern Division of the National Conference. Jaworski gets away. Now they're downed him on the 14. Derlin Moore decked him. That's the first sack the Saints have recorded. The Eagles have 2 sacks.
Yeah, he had a lot of time that time, but he made up his mind he was going to try to hit Carmichael. He could have really taken off to the outside initially had he made a decision and run for a lot of yardage, but he waited trying to hit Carmichael on the inside. He was covered all the way, had no chance whatsoever to deliver the ball, and they wound up with the first sack.
They will try a 30-yard field goal, Tony Franklin. He is 7 out of 9 inside the 40 this year. Kick is up, and it's good. Tony Franklin kicks the 30-yard field goal. Well, that makes the score now. Philadelphia 27, and the New Orleans Saints 21. Jimmy Rogers to receive the kickoff from Tony Franklin. If they kick it to him. He has it on the 6. He's out to the 10. It's to the 20 and forward to the 22-yard line. Saints ball. Let's see if Manning comes in. He is. Archie Manning is coming back to give it another try after injuring his passing hand about series before last.
Well, this game is a long way from being over with 13:31 left in the game with the score 27-21 Eagles. But the defense and the specialty teams have to do a good job for the Eagles to maintain their advantage.
Where the Saints have to be a little patient, isn't it, Hank?
Yes, they can't afford to make a big mistake.
A long ways to go in this game. That's Wayne Wilson, the fullback. And he has yardage to his 26. Give him a 4-yard gain, make it 2nd and 6. He was stopped by Dennis Harrison, the left end, Charlie Johnson, the nose tackle. The Eagles are devastating in the final period. They've outscored their opponents 72-21. That's better than 3-1. The Eagles have outscored their opponents this year in the 4th period.
And the Eagles coming into the game averaged 26 points offensively and only gave up 12.
Yes, they have the best point differential in the league.
Yep.
Wayne Wilson, and he's to the 27, and that's all.
See,
down 5.
Wayne Wilson that time was very hesitant, looking for a place to run. By the time he made a decision, the defense of the Philadelphia Eagles responded very well and made the tackle. It could have been a bigger play had he stuck his nose in there and took advantage of the crack that he had.
Now Wilson's coming out, and Tinker Owens goes in to replace him, number 83. 12:20 to go. 27-21 Philadelphia. They've had a real scrap today with a big underdog, New Orleans Saints. Manning's throw blocked at the line of scrimmage by Humphrey. That's the 2nd block by Humphrey here in the late minutes. Clyde Humphrey, number 87. Good pass rusher, Hank.
I couldn't believe that he tried to throw the ball outside to Wes Chandler. He had no chance whatsoever. They double covered him. He had no chance whatsoever to make that play had he got the ball airborne. And Humphrey did a good job of knocking it down.
And Archer looks like he's in pain. Laban the punt. John Shara to receive it. And the kick. Oh, a beauty. Way up there. back to the 24. Chara to the 30. And he's down at the 32. He didn't miss that board up there by much, by about 10 yards. They really kicked that one. All right, another timeout. 27-21, Philadelphia. Eagles ball in the lead, 27-21. The time to play, 7:55. Giamona, interesting figure here we're going to give you. That's Louis Giamona. He's to the 35 and goes down there. The 2nd and 7. He's stopped by Derlin Moore. Hank, before that play, the Eagles had averaged 8.1 yards a rushing attempt.
That's why I keep saying that I'm surprised that they don't run the ball more than they have, because it's very important for them to keep the ball away from the New Orleans Saints the way the Saints have moved the ball against them.
They have a 2nd and 6 on their 36. They gave them another yard. Slot right formation. Jaworski pitches it to Giamona at the 30. Giamona goes down at the 35 of the Eagles. Stopped by Joe Fetterspiel, the middle linebacker.
Dave Washington, 55 that time, came up quickly, read the play perfectly. He was lucky to get as much yardage out of the play as he did. He almost got stuffed behind the line of scrimmage and lost yardage on the play.
Now they have a 3rd down. 6 to go. Derlin Moore is out. Jim Kovacs, the linebackers in. Buffalo and the Jets in the 4th quarter. Seattle is ahead of Kansas City, 23-10. 3 wide receivers for the Eagles. Jaworski, short toss. Campfield short of the 1st down. At the 41-yard line, Billy Campfield went down under the thrust of Ken Bordelon, the left linebacker, and they'll have to punt.
See, Campfield is a fine receiver, but he didn't know what he had to get for the 1st down. He caught the ball just inches short, and anytime you're in that situation, you should be aware of where you have to go to make the yardage, and he didn't do it on that last play.
Runniger will punt to Wes Chandler. A towering kick. Chandler takes it. Campbell gets away and then is dropped on the 18-yard line. And hitting him is number 61, Mark Slayton, Minnesota, 3rd-year player. Timeout again. Score 27-21 Philadelphia. 23-17 now, Seattle over Kansas City. Fuller just passed to Marshall. We'll run down all the scores for you here when we get a chance. 18-yard line in Orleans. Their ball, 1st down. They're trailing 27-21. That's Archie Manning. Manning to Rogers. Rogers hemmed in. Goes for the sideline and is out of bounds on his 20-yard line for a pickup of 2.
Jerry Robinson that time played the screen well. He was in a good position to make the tackle. He didn't make it as crisp as he should have, but he still got a piece of the ball carrier, and he didn't get much on the play.
2nd down, 8. Oakland leading Cincinnati in the 3rd quarter, 21-10. In fact, at the opening of the 3rd quarter, Whittington ran a kickoff back 90 yards for a score. San Diego and Denver. Denver leads 13-6 in the 3rd.
They're playing the outside receivers much tougher than they were earlier in the game. They're slowing them down some.
Their interception that time by Jerry Robinson.
But that time, for that reason, they have to throw the ball in the middle or throw to the backs, and the backs did not catch the ball nearly as well as Chandler or Harris. So it's a good approach, and the Eagles have changed their personnel a little bit defensively by double covering and getting a piece of the outside receiver as they come down the field. They must do that to put more pressure on Archie Manning.
3rd down, 8. 3 wide receivers on for the Saints. 5 secondary back for the Eagles. 27-21 Philadelphia. 9:40 to go.
Here the middle should be open if they have time to throw the ball.
Throws the ball out, and it's no good to Ike Harris. They'll have to punt it away. They'll have 4th down coming in 8. Roynell Young was covering Ike Harris that time.
The defense is doing a better job. They're coming on strong late in the 4th quarter. Talking about Philadelphia. they're putting more pressure on the receivers and making Archie Manning read a little bit more than he did early in the game.
John Shara back. Here's Ertzleben, free punch for an average of 42. Oh, he has another booming kick. And it is taken by Sharon. He's 29 to the 30 to the 35. Still going around, and he's tackled inside the inbound. He's taken there by James Marshall, number 23. So with the time remaining, 9:21 in the game.
You know, Curt, in this situation, and the Eagles are one of the best coached teams in the league, and they know what they're doing, and they've done an excellent job. But I would run the ball more on first down and throw more play-action passes and pocket passes to try to get some big plays and get some points on the scoreboard for Philadelphia.
They're running from their 38-yard line. Preferably the tight end in motion. They give it to Giamona. There's a flag down. Giamona's tackled behind the line of scrimmage by Lois Grooms, number 78.
There again.
They had motion penalty, and the Eagles probably will decline it. I mean, the Saints will decline this one.
Yes, and there again, they try to run with just one back in the backfield, and I think really if you're going to run the ball.
Illegal motion, number 76 offense, pulling too soon, declined, second down.
It's on Jerry Sizemore.
Yes, but here again, I would use two backs in the backfield to run the football and then try to incorporate a play-action personality to keep that ball away from the New Orleans Saints, which they haven't been able to do for a while.
9:16 to go. 27-21 Philadelphia. Jim Kovacs is in. The three-down lineman now. Early Moore, the right tackle, is out. Second down, 16.
Three-man rush.
Jaworski on a play-action pass. There he has his tight end wide open for a first down. Keith Krefley. He's tackled at the 45-yard line of the Saints, and the Eagles have a first down. Well executed play-action pass.
The nice thing about the play was a play-action pass. They faked the draw, you see, and it holds the linebackers, which enables him to throw over the top of the linebackers to Krefley, who makes the reception and a big play.
And that tackle made by Tommy Myers. So it's first down. The Eagles trying to hang on to a 6-point lead and solidify even further their first place job in the conference.
Good time for a run or a play action pass on 1st and 10.
Well, Jaworski doesn't agree with you. He's going to throw it. There he is. He's got his receiver wide open at the 29. Chuck Smith caught his 8th pass of the game. James Marshall wrapped around him, but too late. Another first down for the Eagles.
A nice looking curl pattern inside. Curl means that you go down the field and then curl to the inside. Jaworski really puts it right on the numbers to Smith, right between the defensive backs and a linebacker. Beautiful execution on the play. Got it right where it had to be. Another first down for the Eagles.
Kansas City just picked off a Jim Zorn pass, returned it for a score. They lead Seattle now 24-23. 11 minutes to go in that game. Kansas City's trailed the entire game. First down on the 30-yard line of the Saints. The Eagles in possession. They're on the march now. 7.5 minutes to play.
They got a big hole on the left side.
And Giamona goes to the 27. The little tailback has been the leading ball carrier today for the Eagles. He was brought down by Bennett and Moore. Let me check Giamona's rushing yardage for you. Let's see. He has 72 yards in the game. He's the leading ball carrier in this game.
That time they moved Washington, the weak side linebacker, out over the area of the receiver, which meant you had 3-on-2 on those defensive linemen, and they didn't do a good job of blocking the play.
Second down 8. The Eagles, you notice, are taking their time now. Better get this play off. Jaworski to the sideline. Charlie Smith again. Smith running it, shaking loose and out of bounds inside the 15. First down Philadelphia. James Marshall took him out. What a field day Charlie Smith's having.
They had a one-on-one, and here again Jaworski was able to find the one-on-one situation. James Marshall really has not played very well in that corner spot. Here he has a good chance to make an open field tackle, puts his head down, misses the tackle, and credit Charlie Smith with a fine run.
Now Charlie Smith, Hank, has 9 receptions 135 yards. I would bet. I haven't seen all the Eagle games since he's been there, but maybe this is the best game of his career in a Philadelphia uniform.
He's able to do that because they're double covering Carmichael most of the time. They got a one-on-one on him, and Jaworski, as I mentioned, is smart enough to get the ball to the right guy.
They run it. That's Campfield. Campfield's to the 6-yard line, Billy Campfield, before he's brought down by Ken Bordelon. Philadelphia ahead 27-21, getting closer to the goal line.
Here it is. Good running that time by Billy Campfield. He smashed it down to about the 5-yard line. They've got 3 downs now to make 5 yards.
Campfield can score, as you just saw. We're approaching 6 minutes to play. They have a 2nd down, 3. The Eagles. The Jets have come back to tie Buffalo with a 14-point fourth period.
Look at that middle. Boy, there's a lot of room in the middle.
A big hole there. And they run Mike Hogan, the fullback, over that middle. He may be close to the 1st down, where Dave Waymer and Dave Washington got together to stop him. Now they'll look to the far sideline.
This is a good time when you want to challenge your offensive lineman and say, listen, we got 3 downs, he gets 6 yards. We're counting on you to blow those people off the line of scrimmage. We're going to stuff it at them. We're going to run it into the end zone and see if this is what they want to do or going to do in this situation on 3rd.
Well, they just awarded him, Hank. They looked
1st down, yeah.
They just gave him a goal, 1st and goal. Philadelphia on the New Orleans 3-yard line with Krefley and Spagnuolo forming a double tight end formation.
I wouldn't do anything fancy. I just stuff it at that defense and try to run it in there.
There's a score by Mike Hogan. Quite a story. Mike Hogan traded last year after being a great blocker for Wilbert Montgomery. They got rid of him. Sent him to the 49ers. He was cut there. And now he's back, and here he is scoring a big touchdown for the Eagles to send them out in front by 12 points.
Good surge by the offensive line. Guy Morris, Woody Peoples, Jerry Sizemore, Walters, Payroll, all of them did a good job of blowing the people off the line of scrimmage and stuff it in there for the touchdown. Well, that's a big touchdown for Philadelphia.
Yes, it is. And as you remarked earlier, they've been gaining momentum, the Eagles, in defense and offense. Just look like they're a better conditioned team. Of course, they've owned the 4th period this year against their opponent. The kick by Tony Franklin is good. And now the club with the best record in the league, the Philadelphia Eagles, are on top, 34-21, with 5 minutes and 23 seconds left to play.
The Saints defense have given up 30 points a game. They've given up 34 here this afternoon, and they're a real problem. They've done a good job offensively, but they really have never been able to stop anybody defensively all season long, and really for the last 2 or 3 years.
The Eagles have the positive point differential in the league. They have scored 120 more points than their opponents. That's the best. The Saints have the next to last point differential, minus 129. The Giants have the league's worst. The Giants knifed it by 3 today when they beat the Cowboys 38-35. A big win for the Eagles here. And thanks to the Giants, if the Eagles hold on, because they will have won 9 and lost 1. And the Cowboys will have won 7 and lost 3.
You know, one thing you have to be impressed with is the way the Philadelphia Eagles have stayed in the game. They showed a lot of poise. They knew exactly what they were going to do and how they were going to do it. They didn't get panicky. I thought at one time they tried to throw the ball a little bit more than they should have, but it's all turned out well for them. But they really have done a remarkable job away from home, taking charge of this football game.
There's a kick. Jimmy Rogers has it. He's out to the 10, gets to the 15, and he doesn't get much. Anytime you stop a club short of the 20, you've done your job of covering the cutoff. Reggie Wilkes on that one. Archie Manning, we understand now, is through for the game. They've wrapped his hand, and there's Bobby Scott, number 12.
Yeah, I wouldn't think they want to take a chance, Curt, with him, as valuable as he is to the franchise. And as I mentioned earlier, you know, there was a lot of talk during the course of the week that they ought to start all over again and trade Archie Manning. Would that be a disaster?
Well, unless you had somebody ready to step in there and play. Saints ball on their 18, 1st down. They played a courageous game here today. They led most of the first half. They stayed close. Let's see if Bobby Scott can do anything with him. He's going to throw the bomb. There's Ike Harris. He's got it. Ike Harris out of bounds. He's out of bounds on the Eagle 40. He got a step on Randy Logan.
It's incredible, isn't it? They have double cover, and in spite of the double coverage, they still permitted the long pass. That's very unusual. And Bobby Scott, again, is a very bright, intelligent guy. He reads coverages extremely well, and there was a good illustration of how he read the coverage in spite of the double cover. He got the ball deep downfield, and it's surprising that the Philadelphia Eagles, Randy Logan specifically, wasn't over there to make the play because he had a deep outside third of the field.
42-yard pass play. Scott, Ike Harris, first down Saints on the Eagle 40. 34-21 in favor of Philadelphia. Out it goes. It's out of the hands. It may be intercepted. It is.
No, he hit the turf.
No, hit the turf, they say. Randy Logan trying to dive for it there. I thought for a moment he might have had it before it got onto the artificial surface. Intended for Wayne Wilson. Game just fired out there. Watch this now, Hank.
There you see it.
Well, I don't know. I think he caught that ball.
By golly, he did.
I thought he caught
the ball. He sure did, Curt.
I thought he did.
That was a great shot, Bob. Run it again, will you, please?
I thought he caught it when I looked out there.
Yeah, he sure did catch it.
Wilson is out. Tinker Owens is in. They'll have 3 wide receivers. 2nd and 10 coming. 5 secondary backs for the Eagles. The Saints on the Eagle 40.
Where the middle is wide open.
Scott running around. Throws on the run, and it's complete. Again to Ike Harris. And let's see where they're going to spot him. They stop the clock with 4:51 to play. Going out on the 30-yard line, he may be short of a first down.
Well, with 4 minutes and 51 seconds, this thing's a long way before it's over. Scott does a good job of moving out of the pocket, throwing on the run to the outside to Harris, makes a leaping catch. Right on the sideline, looks like he's just short of the first down.
He is about a foot, Hank. It's on the 30-yard line of the Eagles, 3rd down and a foot to go. Chandler's out. Larry Hardy goes in, a tight end. Harris now has 4 catches, 119 yards. That's better than 25 yards a catch.
Oh, he didn't get it.
He was the second man through. They delayed a delay play. They faked to the first man, gave it to Rogers. By that time, Charlie Johnson, the nose tackle, had submarined the play and stopped it. 4th down and a yard to go now. Time running off.
The defense that time really got off the ball well. You have to give them a lot of credit that time. Got off the ball well and stuffed the play just short. It's about 4th and a yard.
4 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Eagles ahead, 34-21.
They might try to run right outside. No, they go left.
This is Wayne Wilson. He has the first down. Fumbles, and the ball is out of bounds. It's still the Saints ball.
He didn't respond. He saw it bouncing on the turf. Couldn't get regrouped soon enough to recover the fumble ball. Talking about Herman Edwards that time, he had a shot at it, but by the time he got there, the thing bounced out of bounds. Here he comes, running to his left. A good block by Emmanuel Zanders, the left guard. There's the ball. He's trying to get it, but it bounces out of bounds before he gets there.
Touched the sideline. Brenard Wilson made the hit. Number 22 that jarred it loose. So the Saints have the ball now on the 26-yard line of the Eagles. John Hill is out at center. Jim Peterzak has gone in of Eastern Michigan to replace him. First down for the Saints. They maybe have played their best game of the year, Hank.
Yes, they played a terrific game, I think. You have to give them a lot of credit. After being 0-9 to stay in this game like they have and fight like they have all during the afternoon.
First down play coming up. Bobby Scott.
Tight end or a back.
And he had that ball jarred loose as his passing hand went forward by Dennis Harrison, number 68. Eagles mounted a good pass rush on him. 2nd down 10 for the Saints on the Eagle 26.
He had Wilson open that time in the flat. He was trying to get the ball to him, but watch as he steps up and tries to throw the ball. Good pressure from the backside. Gets a piece of his arm as he was trying to throw the ball.
That hand started forward, so it's a forward pass. Once that hand starts forward, the referee watches that, and that means it was officially a passing attempt.
Carl Hairston came in that time to get a piece of the passer on the play.
Second down 10. Saints on the Eagle 26.
Well, that middle is really open to where the people are playing.
All right, he's sacked up. Good pass rush. Claude Humphrey, 13 years in this National Football League, playing like a kid here in the second half. He's blocked 2 passes, and he just had a quarterback trap.
Watch him come around Stan Brock, the young number 1 draft choice. He went around him like he wasn't even there. Maintained good balance, good position. Put his arms around the quarterback. Bobby Scott makes sure he doesn't fumble, but a beautiful play by Claude Humphrey.
They lost 10 yards. They have a third down and 20. Rogers is out. Tinker Owens is in. 3 wide receivers, and everybody's back there for the Eagles. Dalbrook's also in. Good pass receiver, the running back. Bobby Scott looks the field over, throws a deep bomb. It's covered, and it's incomplete. They tried to get the ball to Ike Harris, but he was smothered that time by Roynell Young, the number 1 draft pick of the Eagles. They had a number 1 pick last year for the first time in years.
That was a good call on the part of the Saints, I think. They tried to make a big play, try to get it in there, hoping maybe they would get a deflected ball or pass interference or something and come up with a big play on 3rd and 20. The young defensive back, Young, did a good job on the play. And now it's 4th down.
4th down, 20 to go. Maybe the last gasp for the Saints. If they have to turn the ball over, the Eagles will take it, run it, maybe force the Saints to take timeouts or use up the clock. And with a 13-point lead, the Eagles would be in excellent position. 4th and 20.
Well, that middle is still wide open. The backs are very deep.
Bobby Scott looking. Look out, look out. He drops the ball. And it's picked up there by Stan Brock, 67. And that was not a forward pass.
And there was, well, they put a lot of good pressure on him that time.
And now the crowd gets up and starts to move to the exit.
There you see Bobby Scott. Humphrey again. Look at Humphrey on the outside. Boy, what a great job he's doing on the young tackle offensive on Stan Brock.
He's just been overpowering. He's been living in that Saint backfield here in the 4th period.
Well, anytime that you're a veteran player like Humphrey, who has been in the league for 13 years, and you see a rookie playing offensive tackle, you love that kind of a situation, and he's showing it here this afternoon.
There's a mild surprise, Hank. Denver upset San Diego 20-13. Oakland is leading Cincinnati. Oakland can take sole possession of first place in that division. Eagles ball on their 47 with a 1st down. They'll try and freeze it away now. The pitch is out to Perry Harrington, the rookie. Perry Harrington, a rookie of Jackson State, greatest fullback in their history. Time moving along, 3 minutes to play.
Dylan Moore that time, number 74, really took off on the snap of the ball, took a good pursuit angle and made the tackle.
We're under 3 minutes, as you can see. Now Oakland's added another touchdown. They smell first place, so they hold on to that lead. That's will be their 4th or 5th win in a row with Jim Plunkett as quarterback. And everybody had picked San Diego to win that division. Oakland, many had picked them to finish last. 2nd down, 11. Jaworski's throw, complete to Carmichael. Carmichael's down to the 38. The late tuner's in. Carmichael has caught 3 touchdown passes today for the first time in his career in the game.
Well, the timing and communication between Jaworski and Carmichael is really excellent. The timing of the ball that time was released. It was as he was making his move to the inside, the ball was thrown right at the numbers. Carmichael came back slightly for the ball, but really a nice looking play. Good timing between the quarterback and the receiver.
And there's a 2-minute warning here at the Superdome in New Orleans with the score, Philadelphia 34, New Orleans 21.
When I was coaching, I was the boss. I used to feed them, dress them, get them to bed on time. Now I treat them to our favorite beer, right?
Light beer from Miller.
Light's got a 1/3 less calories than the regular beer. And what else?
It's less filling, Red.
And they really like the taste. Another beer, anyone?
Yeah. Do it.
What's the magic word? Please.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
In
Introducing an American car designed for a changing world and with a commitment to quality. Introducing the beautifully new Ford Granada. Built with a new design, smaller in size, yet more spacious than ever before. Built with Granada's highest mileage ratings ever. And built with Ford's quality control system. 38 different inspectors examine every single car. The new Granada, built for a changing world from Ford.
There are a lot of stories around town, Hank, that fans were coming to this game with bags over their heads so people wouldn't know who they were for attending a losing team's games. There's one with a bag over his head. He's the only one I've really seen today.
Yeah, there were supposed to be a lot of them here this afternoon, but I'm glad there weren't. There's one of them. They'll have to change it, make a new sign for next week and make it 0-10.
Yeah. First down, Philadelphia on the Eagle 38-yard line with 2 minutes to go and a 13-point lead for the Eagles. That's Perry Harrington blasting through. He's to the 31. Joe Pizarch's now in their quarterback. Joe Pizarchik. And you know, Charles H. Milton III is our executive producer, NFL football. Howard Rice Snyder is our producer. Bob Daly, our director. Steve Wegman, the associate producer. Bill Diepold, engineer in charge. Eric Collard, Bob Gass, Harold Heisey.
You know, Perry Harrington, 5'11", 210, a rookie from Jackson. He's a terrific looking back, and he got hurt early, but he's going to be a good back for the Philadelphia Eagles, I'm sure.
A little over a minute to play. I was going to comment on Pizarchik, who was over with the Giants. Pizarchik out of New Mexico State. Sid Gilman is very high on him. He said, look, people don't know how good he is. He's a very fine backup quarterback for Jaworski.
Yes, he is. He knows his role, and I think he's got a terrific arm. He doesn't move like you'd like for him to move, but he's very capable.
See that score?
35-14.
Miami.
Isn't that something?
They said that he doesn't have an offense this year.
With a rookie quarterback, isn't that something to go out west and beat the Rams at home? That's a terrific accomplishment for Don Shula and his Miami Dolphins.
Rookie David Woodley has run for 2 and passed for 2 today. Tonight, CBS starts with 60 Minutes, followed by Archie Bunker's Place. The season premiere of One Day at a Time, then Alice, the Jeffersons, and part 2 of the season premiere of Dallas. All tonight on CBS right after this game. Woodley has now delivered 3 touchdown passes and run for 2. Woodley from right up the road here. LSU.
They split time. There is a quarterback.
Like Bert Jones did.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, we never hear about them. They'll become stars in the pros, the LSU quarterback.
Well, that's a great illustration. If you're going to get a young quarterback, you better get one who can move by design, who has good escapability skill, can move the pocket. That's exactly what they're doing with him, and he's putting a lot of pressure on defenses.
That last time out by the Saints leaves 1 minute 9 seconds remaining. 34-21 Eagles. Pizarchik, as we told you, is the quarterback. Harrison Campfield are the running back. Pizarchik, handoff. Campfield went on and stopped the clock, which is not too smart. 1:01 to go now.
I think really he was just trying to get as much yardage out of the play as he possibly could and wound up running out of bounds, Curt, but it was a great effort on the part of the young back, Billy Campfield, number 37.
They're on the Saint 25 with a first down and leading 34-21.
Well, there's no question about the fact that you have to give the Saints a lot of credit for the great job they did here this afternoon. They fought, stayed in this game right from the very first to the very end of the game, and that's a great compliment to all of them.
Pizarchik, 6'4", 220. And a fumble. The loose ball, and the Saints recovered it on their 11-yard line. New Orleans recovers. Dave Waymer on the ball. Leroy Harris fumbled it. Saints have it with 54 seconds remaining.
That's the first turnover of the game, isn't it?
First by the Eagles.
Yes.
First by the Eagles, and this is a real turnover. There it is.
And they booted around a little bit, but they finally make the recovery. Now they have possession on the 11-yard line with 54 seconds left in this contest.
If this game runs past the hour, and it appears that it will, The CBS Sunday night schedule of programs will be seen in its entirety, beginning with 60 Minutes. Bobby Scott quarterbacking. Scott throws, he gets it to Chandler. Chandler gets out of bounds at the 25-yard line. That stops the clock with 47 seconds to go. Claude Humphrey putting a big run again on Bobby Scott. Be interesting. Let's watch Humphrey. Maybe we can isolate on him, our director Bob Daly, and see how he's getting in there all the time. He's been running around, right around Stan Brock, the right tackle.
Well, the great thing about Humphrey, he's got terrific quickness and very good speed. And the young offensive tackle, Brock, has just not been able to handle him. It's just that simple.
Buffalo came back to regain lead against the Jets.
They got Bob Wood in there.
There he is again. There he is again. Humphrey, second sack of the quarter. Twice block passes. 43 seconds remaining now.
And they've got the offensive right tackle now is Robert Woods for the young offensive tackle Brock, but he hasn't been able to do much better.
Humphrey limping around, going to come off. That puts Dennis Harrison in his place. Scott lobs the ball up there. It is going to be intercepted by Herman Edwards. Edwards has it. He's out of bounds. It'll be the Eagles' ball on their own 47-yard line with 23 seconds remaining. And they're emptying the Superdome here now. Final, Buffalo beats the Jets 31-24. Buffalo stays right behind New England. New England will be playing Houston tomorrow night in Houston. The Eagles are an interesting story, the way they've gradually built this club back up again. Here's Zarchik, quarterback, second down, 12. Eagle 45, they just hand it off, play it safe, it's to the 49-yard line. What are the ingredients they've developed this competitive team here, Hank? The Eagles.
Well, I think, you know, the overall discipline on the club is very obvious. They play with a lot of poise. They work very hard, and I think they just go into every game. I think they're better prepared than everybody else they play.
All right, I'm Curt Gowdy along with Hank Stram. Final score, you see it. So long from the Louisiana Superdome. The NFL on CBS is a presentation of CBS Sports.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by